What's up? Welcome back to the Enjoy Life show. I'm Jay, this is your boy Courtney, where we teach you how to love God, love people, and enjoy life all day, every day. We got our fam on today. We got some of our student fam on today. Go ahead, Ella, introduce yourself.
My name's Ella.
Where you go to school?
I go to Belmont University.
And you majoring in what? Go ahead.
Music business.
That girl can sing. Let me go ahead and tell you.
Hey, boy, let me tell you. Go.
I'm Cole. I go to Brentwood Academy.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Yo!
Brentwood, what year?
I'm a junior.
Junior.
What do you do there, man? Sports?
I play baseball. That's really the only thing I'm involved in.
And I ain't gonna
That's
cap.
the biggest thing.
There's a reason he has his hat on like that, and it's because you can't hide that hair. That is the best head of hair I've ever seen in my life.
That's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. That's beautiful.
Are you a natural blonde?
No.
You dyed it?
For the season.
Please keep it.
I actually dyed it.
You did?
I love that.
Said, I'm going to hair school.
I did it.
Well, she had to let him know. That's my man.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
let him know. Put a stamp on it. And then Audrina.
I'm Audrina. I go to Lipscomb Academy, and I'm a junior.
Junior.
Yeah.
Both of y'all juniors. One more year. You already know where you're going to college? Nope.
I have an idea, but
Where is it? Can you say? Is this like
Auburn.
an announcement?
no.
Okay.
You said Auburn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact, before I went to ministry school, that's where I was going to go.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. My grandma didn't like it because my grandma is a Bama fan. All of my family's Bama fans. It hit. Yeah. It wasn't too fun.
I tried Bama, but
Have you visited yet?
I have.
Beautiful campus.
It was really beautiful.
That's crazy.
Small town too.
Yeah.
It's like in a small town. But all right, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
Y'all
get
ready?
it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna jump straight into it. Well, we gonna start. What do y'all want to start out with? We got the verse of the week. We got the question of the week. We got the hot potato. Hot topic of the week. Or we have our weekly love letter where we shout out a student. Which one y'all want to start with? You're the guest.
Ooh. Let's love on someone.
Let's love on
Nice.
someone.
Yes.
I love that you said that because our weekly, we were doing this whether we got y'all or not. Our weekly love letter this week goes to our boy Cole.
Hey, my boy!
Here's why. If you don't know, Cole is one of the sweetest people I've ever met. But my boy just got baptized a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate that.
Let's go.
Yes.
What made you want to get baptized?
Well, I did it 2 years ago on the beach.
Uh-huh.
But
By the way.
none of my family was there.
Yeah,
Did
that's
on
cool.
like a baseball trip. But like none of my family was there, and it just didn't feel as surreal as I wanted it to.
Yeah.
And doing it in like a church setting with my family, and just like the church family, just made it a lot better and more surreal.
Yeah.
And obviously a lot's changed since 2 years ago with my faith.
Right.
So,
How so?
just probably more like committed to it, I would say. That's the best word I could use. Just doing it more frequently.
What do you feel like changed that though?
People I was around, like different groups.
We were just
That's
talking about
huge.
that.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's-
Right here.
She dyeing your hair and changing your life. Let's go.
Yeah, people just it's the people I hung out with. It really influenced me to
Man.
get my life really on that track and stay like frequent in it. If that's the word.
That's so good.
Frequent, yeah.
How long have y'all been dating now, by the way?
6 months.
6 months.
Half a year.
Happy year.
That's crazy.
Do y'all celebrate those markers like that? Like, oh my God, we've been 3 months. Do y'all celebrate that?
Not really.
No.
Somebody,
Okay.
somebody posted 2 months. That's just so random. 2
It is.
months.
It is
That
random.
is cute. That's random.
Listen, if that's you, I ain't mad at it. But yeah, nah, I can't be.
No.
Can't be me.
We would do like a dinner, but that's about it.
See,
that's fair.
okay.
That's
you ain't
fair.
gotta
Yeah,
publicize
that's
it.
good.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's my thing. When you make it, never mind.
He's been stuck on toes.
Can't get controversial yet.
Yeah, it ain't controversial yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our weekly love letter goes to Cole. Shout out to you, man. We love
Yay.
you. There's a reason you're here. It's because we love you. But off of our weekly love letter, I think we're just going to jump straight into the verse of the week.
I like that.
do
I like
it.
the order. Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Let's
Oh,
do
that
it.
order was good.
Yeah, that order was
Because
good.
we've always started with verse of the week so far.
I like
Courtney
that.
said he likes a smooth transition.
Yeah, so verse of the
So
week
verse of the
into,
week is-
I'm saying, then we get to the
Yeah.
hot topic, it's like, and then love letter, you know.
All right, bet. You read it for us. You
I
read
got
it for
you.
us. It is Ephesians 5:25.
Ephesians 5.
Ephesians 5:25 through 27. We actually just went over this a couple of weeks ago in group. When I tell you the conversation has started, listen, this is going to be good.
I saw the first word. All right, husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her to make her holy. Hang on. Cleansing her by the washing with her water through the word. Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands, as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Read again.
Nah, that's good.
That's it. Okay.
Husbands, love your wives. Wives, submit to your husbands. What, Ella,
Yeah.
what are your first thoughts when reading that? If you were just sitting in your quiet time and you read Ephesians 5 just then, what are your thoughts?
I just think that's how it should be. I genuinely listen to that, and that's what I think of marriage. That's how I think the household should look. So it's really simple, yeah.
Did that come from your faith, or was that modeled for you? Like, where do you think that came from?
No, honestly, that was never modeled for me. And I think, too, you can hear a lot of things in the world nowadays, too, where we're supposed to be equal, you know, to men with, I don't know if I'm, like, already getting too controversial.
Go ahead.
But, like, I think it's good to remember that and to spread that news that the man is the head of the house. He should be loving his wife the way Christ loved the church. And, you know, wives submit to their husbands. I think that it's beautiful. And I think I didn't really start to understand what marriage should look like until I came to this church and saw models and examples of that. I think that's so important. And that's why I think it's so important to get into a church community and to see examples, especially if you know, grew up in a, you know, broken home, and you can still have great parents that marriage didn't work out, you know? So, yeah.
I have a question for us.
Go ahead.
What does submissiveness look like?
Oh, goodness.
What does being submissive look like? If you don't mind.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say you don't know either.
Yeah.
I just think loving, trusting, being able to let your mind be free, like, especially from someone who thinks a lot, you know, eventually when the Lord gives me my husband, I want to be able to just, like, to me, just be able to go around him and not think. Like, he can make the choice. He
That's
can
an
make a
interesting way to put it.
decision.
Yeah.
And my mind can turn off because I trust him and I know he's going to lead me.
Wow.
I've
You
heard
know?
that. That's
Yeah.
a way to put it. Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that.
I've never heard that. That's a great way to put
Really?
it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about y'all?
You go.
Well, like if you were to just read that verse, what are your initial thoughts? Like in your quiet time, if you were to read Ephesians 5, what are your thoughts?
I definitely agree on what she was saying on how, like, I want that to be, like, part of, like, my household and how, like, my marriage would go or my relationship in general would go, and how it's, like, submitting to one another and, like, always, like, having, like, the basic things and, like, having conversations and, like, communicating the right things or stuff like that.
It's good.
Now, as a guy, what do you think of? Because he said, like, Christ loved the church.
So
He died.
he died.
he died.
He died.
Yeah.
That's a big responsibility.
He said that's a tough one.
Yeah,
Being willing,
that's
I mean,
tough.
to sacrifice, I mean, yourself and, like, just other things, not only in your life, but that comes with the marriage, if that makes sense. When I think of the word submissiveness or submissive in the word, as a guy, as the husband, I want my wife to be independent. You know, I want to be her own person, but also at the same time, when she comes around me, kind of like what you said, I want her to trust me and know that I am capable enough to lead her, you know, in the right way spiritually, you know what I mean, under, you know, the household, if that makes sense, because, and her acknowledgement that I am the head of the household. Not in like a, you know what I mean, not in like
Yeah.
a cocky way, but like, I mean, just like,
Yeah.
you know what I
for
mean,
sure.
just being submissive.
Yeah.
And that doesn't look like, people think, wife has to clean, wife has to cook, like, I don't like that. Personally, I love helping around the household. Love it. And that has.
Did you see that though growing up?
Yeah.
Both of your parents kind of just did everything.
Yeah, they just did everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like, I know for some it's different. Some people strictly just saw the mom cleaning or doing all that. The dad comes home from work and just eats. So it's like, I know it depends on what you grew up around, but that's not what submissiveness means to me. You know what I mean? The man doesn't always have to just let the wife do everything. That's not what that means to me. So
When you go to school, if we were to explain this right now, is it like 180? Or do you think most people would like sit and be like, oh yeah, I would agree with that, even if they're not a believer?
I think it, like, depends on the person and, like, their background and like what they like how they grew up.
Yeah.
Because obviously like some people like grew up by like seeing their mom and dad like helping each other, both doing both things, or like mom doing all the cleaning like you were saying, and like dad just kind of chilling around, or like kind of either way they grew up.
Yeah. Let me ask you, what do you think about everything I just read?
Yeah, I think when most people instantly read it, because we read it backwards, it started out, and I wanted to do that for a reason. It starts out with it's saying, wives, submit to your husbands. I think when most people read that, I hate the word, but there's almost like a trigger warning. So it's because of how it's been framed for a lot of people, submissiveness for a woman is like, oh no, I literally was just having this conversation this Saturday when we had our team over at our house. It was like this, oh no, I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man. Like that's a big thing right now. And I struggle with that because I'm like, I want to raise a daughter. You just saw my little girl walk by. I want to raise a daughter who's like strong enough and independent enough to know that she is whole by herself in Christ. But at the same time, like what Ella was saying, she knows like, oh no, I do need a man though. Just like I need a woman, and just like we need community, and just like we need, like, I don't think that's a bad thing. And so I think it could be like a turn off, but then for guys, I think we drastically underestimate what that means. Like he said, love, like I love the church. I ain't trying to die every day though. Like every day, all the time, not being selfish, not choosing my own way, always having to think about somebody else. Like it sounds beautiful when it's all lovey-dovey and you're sitting on the same side of the restaurant and you're like holding hands and all of the, right? Like it's beautiful, but then you think like the day in and day out and you're like, I mean, I guess I can do that, or like it's out of my way, but if you need me to, I can. And like we just don't realize what that dying every single day to ourselves fully looks like. And so, I think it's both and. I think for women, hasn't been the best picture painted, sadly, and for guys, there hasn't been the best picture painted. It just looks different for both of us.
Yeah, and I think there's two like extremes to both of those. Like for women being super, being independent and I don't need a man, but then there's really being dependent on a man, and like I don't know. And I think too, like our age group, from like high school through college to even like, mid-20s sometimes, it's such a journey of figuring that out and like needing to learn and have people, in a good godly community kind of explain really what that scripture means. Because if you just hear like you need a man, then you're always gonna just be trying to find like a man, but I don't know. I think it's a really good balance of finding your own independence and being like, I am whole and I can stand on my own with the Lord's love for me, because that is unconditional and that was there since before I was even in my mother's womb. And so it's understanding that, but then being like, yeah, of course, like I have a desire to have a husband one day and help lead me and be a team. But yeah, I will
also say the most attractive thing for Megan is when I choose her and not myself. And one of the most attractive things to me is when she, like you said, trusts me enough to be like, oh yeah, you can make the decision.
Yeah.
Or, oh yeah, I think we could do that. If you think so, let's do it. Like that is so attractive, which is crazy because it's like, oh, when you do it that way, you complement each other.
So with that being said, when she trusts, you to make the decisions, and like, I get that. But a lot of turn off for girls, let me ask y'all this. Let's say, well, your boyfriend.
I love how you're about to say that, and then you were like, actually, let me ask you.
Yeah, for girls. Let's say you and your man have plans for next Saturday, right? Is it more attractive when he just makes the plans? Or
good question.
You say, yeah, of course. Like, I know what y'all are going to say. Or what if he's asking you what you want to do?
Which one do I find more attractive?
Yeah.
I think I like the initiative of whenever they want to like make a plan.
Why though? Why?
Because it makes you feel like they actually care and they want to go do something together.
Okay. Same for you?
Oh, me?
Same for you?
Yeah. I feel like especially initially.
Do you think that's universal or personality driven? Like, would you say most girls probably want that? Or
I think it makes girls feel so feminine.
I've
like,
never
it's
heard a girl
fun.
not say what they say.
You
Yeah,
know?
really?
every girl says that. So I think the.
I love it, yeah.
I would say that, I mean, Megan says the same. She's like, give me options. She's like, give me
Really?
options. Yeah.
Okay,
So that's
she
the
wants
thing.
to still be able to make
But also
a
that makes
decision.
sense because
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him to make something that I don't want to do.
Boom!
Right,
That's where I was getting to. That's where I was getting to.
Right.
That's where I was getting to. So you just like the fact that he wants to do something.
Yeah.
And when you find that out, then we can discuss together what we both want to do.
Right.
Got you. Because some girls want you to pick everything. And
Yeah.
my thing
Yeah,
is,
I
okay,
get
I don't
that.
mind that, but if I pick something you don't like, I don't want you to be mad at me.
Oh,
So
right,
it's like,
right.
They don't
yeah.
want
So
you
it's
to
like,
you like, oh, we here.
Yeah.
he's like,
we could be
you
doing
told me.
something else.
Boom.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted to ask that. Okay, cool.
That's good. That's good.
Oh my gosh.
All right, bet. That was the verse of the week. All right, not hot potato. Question?
Question. Let's do question.
Question of the week? All right, bet. Question of the week is, what's a basic everyday task that you are terrible at? What's your basic everyday task that you're terrible at?
What'd you say?
Well, I said jump roping earlier because I literally cannot jump for the life of me. Like I'll like start falling because I'm so terrible.
God,
It's bad. Like, I
that's
literally
crazy.
can't-
I did jump rope literally this morning for the first time in like 4 years.
Yeah, I can't do
serious?
I'm dead serious. It's so weird that she said that.
just came down.
It was just a part of the, well, yeah.
He's like, yeah. I mean,
Well, no, not like that. Not like that.
Yeah.
But like, it was the first time I did it in 4 years. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's not for me.
Are you athletic though?
I mean, I do cheer.
Okay.
Oh, so it's just jump rope.
Yeah, it's just
Because
jump
you gotta be an
roping.
athlete.
You gotta be-
By the way.
Like I can do it like in workouts and stuff, but like trying to just do it normally, I can't do it.
Are you a fly or are you?
Yeah.
oh, so you can jump rope.
Yes and no. Like it's like I can
Pause.
some days and I
Wait,
can't.
what?
No,
I'm
it's like,
Let's break that down.
like I like. It's like I can do it like when I'm working out, like if it's in a workout, but then the moment I like trying to do it like otherwise, I can't do it.
Oh,
It's like
so
I-
you got to
Are
be
you
working
like
out.
zoned in?
I don't know.
That is weird.
It's so
That is
weird.
very
Yeah,
It's so weird.
But it's the perfect answer for the question. It's an
Yeah.
everyday thing. She can't do it.
Yeah.
By the way, do you do competition?
I do both.
Yeah, it's not easy.
When I tell you,
It's not easy.
No, honestly.
I've
not
seen
easy.
some cheerleaders more athletic than guys.
Yeah.
Oh
Facts.
my gosh.
Facts.
I watched what was that show on Netflix?
Jason,
like
no.
Navarro?
Is it called Cheer? Oh yeah, it's
Cheer,
call
yeah.
Cheer. Oh my
Cheer.
gosh.
Yeah.
Now
Really?
I
Backflips,
understand why
yeah.
people
More
get
fit
so
than us.
offended.
I'm like,
yeah.
Girl.
People do get offended because a lot of
That's
people
what I
say
was
cheer
gonna
isn't a sport.
say.
It's a sport.
I
Now-
can't
now
imagine
let me
getting
change.
Like,
offended.
Just school cheer?
Okay, no, hear me out. Sideline, like football and basketball, like that is not a sport.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's
so
not.
like-
That's not. You don't have to be athletic.
Right, but
Yeah.
like high school competition and like
Aggressive.
all star
Aggressive.
is a sport.
That's
That's
yeah.
definitely a sport.
It's so different.
man.
Y'all are basically gymnasts,
Right.
which is.
You do like gymnastics before. Do
Really?
like a little like preview.
I want my little girl to do gymnastics.
That'd be adorable.
Yeah.
alright.
I want her to do it. She do it already. She just almost kill herself every time on the
Right.
couch. Okay. You said jump rope. What's yours?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Ella.
I'm being honest.
Like a task,
An everyday small thing that you just are not good at.
like not good at, or like not like you don't want to do it, but you're just like not good
Yeah,
at it.
not
I think
good.
both.
I don't want to say I'm not good at. Like so like I work out every day, and sometimes I get in like a usual like routine, and I have to switch it up. And I like my thing. I love like walking on an incline, but like I don't like running. But if I switch it up, like I have to like sometimes like I want to run to switch it up and gain endurance there, but I don't like it. And I would never do track. Like I would never be good at it competitive like in a
Okay, so you're not good. So your endurance sucks.
And
basically.
no, so I have great
So you can't
endurance.
walk-
I
you
just
can't
don't
walk for a long
like
time.
doing it. And like if you told me to race someone, like I wouldn't be good. Like I can run, I have endurance, but like I'm not good at it. Like I would not be on track. Like all the things.
Okay.
I bet you hated our Equip You workouts then.
Oh man. Facts.
Hated them.
No.
Oh,
it
you
hell-
did?
No, I loved it, especially outside. I run at McCabe all the time.
Okay.
All the time. I
I
love
am.
it.
It's like her question. I can do it.
I can do it. I just can't do it. Well,
Yeah.
like, what?
I don't. Yeah.
I feel like ours is gonna be so more.
Oh
straightforward.
yeah. So when I figure
I
it
just
out.
can't do it. Right?
What's yours?
It's just, bro. When I tell you small everyday tasks, I'm just not doing it. Like I suck at it. If you told me to go mail something right now, it wouldn't get mailed for 2 months. If you told me to print something off, what's my deadline?
Really.
We talking about like 2 days
So
from
you
now?
procrastinate.
It's not
Yeah.
procrastination. Because anything
So same
else,
with them.
no.
It's not them.
Big things, Big things, I'll do all day. Small, everyday tasks.
Okay, I see what you're
do
saying.
Because for me, it's meaningless.
Okay.
Why do I have to go drop this off at the mail? It's 2024. There should be a better system.
Jay.
Come to my house, pick it up, do
What?
something. Like, why do I? All right.
said
If
it's
you tell me to order, tell me to order something offline. I'm not doing it.
So you're gonna really?
I'll even put a perfect example. Our door in our house.
You'd rather go to the store and get it than
I would
order
rather go
online?
to the store.
I'm with you.
I hate ordering on. Why? It just, the amount of time, it takes me longer to order online than it does just going in the store.
Going to the store.
Because I know what I'm getting. If I go online, I'm like, oh my God, now I got to search it. Now I got to actually think about it. If I go in the store, I just see it. I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Right? But for a perfect example, there was a door in our house. It was our little girl's door. It started squeaking because it needed like some, what do you call that stuff? WD-40
WD-40,
oil.
yeah.
It needs some oil on it. I knew it. Squeak got worse and worse and worse. Louder for like 8 months. If we went in her room, it would wake her up because it squeaked so loud.
Jay.
Our mom came into town 3 days. First day she's there, she hears it, and I'm not home. She oils it up, and then I come home and I open the door and I'm like, something ain't right.
Something like
Pause. Close it again. Like, did we change something? I'm like, I'm just tripping. Open the door again. I'm like, Jesus?
Jesus.
She said, you're welcome. I said, oh, and I didn't realize it. That small act of service made my whole day. Because I never would have done it.
crazy.
It would have kept getting put off.
Really?
My wife asked me to get a box out of the basement like a month ago at this point. I just did it like a week ago. It took me not even 3 minutes.
See, I'm the opposite. If it's something like that, I just do it real quick.
I'm the same with you though. I won't tell me to take out the trash, and I just will like
Oh,
wait
that's different.
and wait
I'm
and
not
wait to do
doing
something
it.
Yeah, I'm
like
really
that.
bad at taking out the trash.
I did it yesterday.
I did do it yesterday.
You did it yesterday.
Yeah.
But it took me a little while. It took me like 25 minutes, but it's okay. It still got done. It
Wait,
got done.
you mean like it took you 25 minutes until
No,
you
no,
did
no.
it?
Yeah, until it
Oh,
did.
bet.
Not
I was
too
like,
long.
is your driveway long? What
I
are
mean,
you doing?
yes, but like no.
Okay, bet. Small everyday task.
Cooking, if that counts.
That does count.
Yeah,
and
that
that
does.
hurts my heart.
I just feel like whatever it never just tastes right. Either burn it, or cook it long enough, or like something goes wrong in the process, but it never tastes.
Oh, I love cooking.
Have you ever had your alarm go off because while you were
Oh, yeah.
cooking? What?
We,
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Tell them about our cake experience.
So
Fiesta.
we baked a cake for my dad's birthday, like an actual like 2-layer cake,
Okay.
and we like decorated it.
By the way,
But-
baking is so much harder than cooking. Baking is
It
different.
is?
Okay,
It's
yeah,
so much
that's
harder.
true.
There's a science to it. It's
Yeah.
not cooking. Yeah.
Okay, so we put it in a pan, but like me, I don't bake, so I thought you could put it in any pan you wanted to. So I put it in these like small pans, and
Like
I
bread
filled it
pans.
to the
Yeah,
top.
bread
Uh-huh.
Like
Okay.
yeah, bread pans,
Bread
and I filled it
pans,
to
okay.
the top. Didn't know it was supposed to go like halfway, you know. So it like went over a lot and like got the bottom of the oven, and like it would smell like it was like
Smoke was going
burnt,
everywhere.
like it was really
Like
bad.
9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know how much work it is to probably clean that oven after that?
Sucks, man.
Oh.
He's like, oh yeah.
By the way, going back to earlier, pet peeve of mine, clean your oven. Clean your microwave. You know how disgusting it makes me feel when I go to heat up my food and the microwave has an explosion in it from 5 months ago?
Yeah.
I'm walking out of your house.
Would you
I'm
clean
not
it
using
though?
it. Huh?
Would you clean it though?
I clean mine.
No,
I'm
would
not
you clean
cleaning
theirs?
But is it like
I'm not
an
cleaning
everyday
yours.
task? No, but you know you
I'm
were saying
leaving.
like the everyday task. Like I want to do it.
If it's mine,
Yeah.
I'm
So you
cleaning
would do
it
that?
because that's not everyday. Well, that is an everyday task.
That's a good
But if
question.
you do it in the moment, it doesn't build up, so it's not like this massive
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's true.
So different. Okay.
It's different.
It's different.
In those circumstances, I'm like, just take care of stuff and you don't ever have to really do anything with it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think I figured mine out.
What?
Now it depends on who it is, but texting back, it's not. That's not. It
I
depends
feel like
on-
that one's actually pretty common.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, a
It's-
lot of people suck at
It
texting.
depends on who it is, though. Like if I genuinely, so if I don't really know you, we don't talk like that. I see you text me. I'm gonna.
How many days is it gonna take?
It's not. It's never days. 1 day max. 1 day max.
Okay,
Okay.
that's not bad.
You think that's bad?
I don't think that's bad because there's some people. I guarantee Ella's one of them. I guarantee Ella's one of them.
Look at her face. She's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
yeah.
sitting here like, let's talk about it.
If you put, let's talk about it. If you put up your phone right now, I actually want you to do it. Pull up your phone
Oh, God.
and go to your messages.
It's over there.
It's over there. Never mind. How many? You know the red bubble. How many unread messages do you have?
I feel like I have
See?
She's like, that's
That's all
no.
you had to say.
I don't have that many because I like try like
No.
I go through and I'm no
What's
because
not
I
that
know
many?
how it makes me feel when I'm ignored and I don't want someone else to feel that way.
You're skirting the question. How many
No,
bubbles
I
you
don't.
got?
Probably like 2.
Oh,
like from today.
okay.
Like from today or so.
I'm
like
proud of that.
I don't. I really try to respond to people because I think it's important, and I think that if someone reaches out to you and you're ignored, I just think it's not a good feeling.
Okay. Apologies from Jay. Apologies from Jay. How many you got?
I only have 34. I just looked.
Only have 34.
34?
I have a lot. I have way more than that.
That's crazy.
If you're watching this and you're one of the ones that she left on red, please text her right now.
Yeah, that's
Please
crazy.
send her this video right now.
Right now.
She's learned. She's working
Real
on
question
it.
is, how many you got?
Ooh.
Dog.
Maybe like, that's not a whole lot, but it's a lot, kind of. It's like 200 to 300. 2 to 3, maybe.
I can't leave mine like that.
Yeah.
But
Not a
I'm not gonna lie.
lot.
But I'm not gonna lie. Most of them are either one group chats, two is this.
That's different.
Two, it's like random. Let's say I signed up for something. Oh, you
Okay,
have
yeah.
signed up. It's like that. Not
Delete
actual
it.
people.
Like you just don't open it.
Yeah, I just don't open it. I'm like,
Delete
what you
it.
doing?
Yeah.
Delete it.
I got it. I got one this morning. Delete it. You can also send stop in all caps, and they have to
See, I don't
stop.
feel
Yeah,
like doing that. I'm not good at that either.
You
I'm
text
like,
back
I don't
one
really
good
care.
time, and it won't happen no more.
That's crazy. I just don't. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, they just keep sending it. I'm just like,
300
Yeah, I'm like, that's
is
fine.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
But like I said, the majority of it is like group chats are like that. Maybe one person's all the way down there, but
What's the worst group chat name you have on your phone?
ooh, it's bad.
What is
no,
it?
I'm not saying mine.
Yeah, I can't say it. That's why it's bad.
Come on.
I can't say it. My point is kind of cool. It's Cold Hearts. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Cold Hearts?
Yeah, but the one is
That sounds like a Drake song.
Cold Hearts. Nah, facts.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of cool. Yeah, I can't.
Okay. Oh, so that was the question of the week. Hot potato.
Hot potato is what is a male's role in a relationship, and what is a female's role in a relationship? Like, what do y'all think? Role
It kind
wise.
of goes back to the verse. I think just a male should always take charge.
What's take charge look like for you though?
It's kind of like they said. I mean, making the plans in a way, and just like being that like the structure of the relationship, like being like the foundation of it,
Okay.
and just like I don't know, just like taking control in a way. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my take.
And as a guy, what would you say from what you have been raised on and what you even kind of know scripture says, what would you say about the woman's role? What do you think their role is? By the way, role is also a trigger word for people.
Yeah,
I
role.
realize
Yeah,
that.
that's so
'cause
true.
That's yeah.
Don't put me in a box. That's the biggest one I've heard. I
Yeah.
can do everything a man can do.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, why is that?
What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of like the thing where they were talking about earlier, like the independent, like two sides of it, where like I don't know if it's like a role, but they obviously have like their independent woman. But I think it's important to like trust your husband or your significant other to like trust them to know what's best for you and to always lead you on the right path.
Yeah.
So I feel like in a way that could be a role, maybe, but that's just something I think is like good for a female in a female way.
So you think it has more to do with spiritual roles, not necessarily physical roles?
Yeah, because I was asking. Great answer, first of all. I love it. But I was asking the physical roles, if there are any. You know what I mean?
Okay,
It's
well,
kinda-
because it sounded like you already.
So growing up, okay, if we're talking about physical roles, this was the male's role, my father's role. My mom never touched, like the lawn mowing, pulling weeds. Never took out the trash. She didn't do that.
Okay.
She did not
Yeah.
do that. I've never seen my mom on a lawnmower ever.
Yeah.
So that was my dad's thing. Handiwork, my dad. She's
Yep.
never touched a tool.
Yep.
So it's like,
Yeah,
you know what I
that-
mean? So yeah, that's from what I, grew up on, and I kind of agree. It's like, first of all, if you want to, no
For sure.
shade, yeah. But like changing a tire, you know what I mean, oil
Yeah.
and all that
Oh my
stuff. If you know
goodness,
how to, if
yes.
you want to, like I said, go ahead. But like,
Yeah.
let me take care of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I feel
ahead.
like the exact same way. I mean, I did see that part. Like, yeah, I definitely saw that modeled growing up. My dad was like on Saturday, like always did the stuff around the house, lawn, keeping our lawn up to date, like all the things. My mom always cooking, and then my dad would clean, do the dishes. But yeah, I'm this, like, I want to be the same way. Like, I love to cook. It's so fun and therapeutic for me. It's something that, like, I've recently have been learning and just, like, experimenting with, and it's so fun. But like, I will not touch a tool. Like, my dad got a toolbox, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything with this. Like, this is not, I'm not gonna.
It's just not like something you
I just know, and there are some women that, like, are great with that stuff. Like, my cousin, like, she literally builds planes, like, for a living. Like, she's always been so handy. She changes her oil. She likes it. But for me, I'm like, yeah, no, the guy can do that one day. That's one thing where I'll just be like,
where's my AAA
I
membership?
need this. Yeah, I'm like, I need this hung. Yeah, so I definitely agree. I'm like, my nightstand needs built, like, all the things, yeah.
Okay. If you're talking physical roles,
Yeah.
This one's always been tough for me, and I've only been married 4 years now. I'm down to hear anything that the older wisdom men have to say. I have always understood it as there aren't necessarily set physical roles that you can pull out from scripture. There are a bunch of spiritual roles though, but a lot of them also intertwine. So like the husband and the wife both have the role of provision, but their provision looks different. You know what I mean? Like the wife provides X, the husband provides X. You know what I mean? It's both provision, but and then in the same sense, just like we read in Ephesians, both roles are to serve, but the wife's role is to do X, submission, and then the husband's role is to do X, love like Christ did, which is to die. Like, it just looks different. Physical though, I think that's all personality. I genuinely think none of these are wrong. It's like how you're raised. Because also my stepmom, she loved doing all that kind of gardening stuff. Like if I were to cut the yard on a Saturday, she would be upset. You want to know why? Because she loved doing it.
Yeah,
like that's her job.
Yeah.
Don't you touch my grass.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Like, but then there's some things where it's like, all right, some people would say pumping gas. I know some men who are like, my wife in 50 years has never touched a gas pump.
What?
Because I pump her gas, right? That's like, that's part of his role. He like wants to do that.
Wow.
But then some people are like, that don't matter.
It's not that deep.
It's all, I think it all just has to do with personal values, personality, because we don't see it anywhere in scripture, but at the same time, doesn't make it wrong. Just makes it, what's your personal conviction, what's your personal values.
Right.
Spiritual roles, though, there are some of those. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I think that's a great conversation because I think everybody needs to have it.
Yeah.
Because if you got personal, like physical roles that you got in mind, and you're like, why is he not doing those? But they're never communicated. Then it's like, all right, can I be mad at you because she's not doing X when we didn't talk about it?
Yeah.
Like we got married, but that wasn't one of the things that we talked about, right? I think that's all an interesting conversation. What would your personal ones be now? These are things that, like, when I look for a guy, I want him to do X because of X.
I really, like, want my husband to, be, I don't know how to word this, but, like, not that he has to, like, mow the lawn or do dishes or, like, laundry or anything, but, like, I want him to be able to, like, have a good relationship with like kids. Like I like love seeing that relationship.
So is one of the like telltale signs with you if like you bring your boyfriend over? I know you and Cole are dating. Like let's say you and Cole, you're hanging out. By the way, Cole had to leave. Shout out to Cole.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
He's gotta go play.
If they're watching this, he's like, hey, did he
Just like the next scene is just him calling.
But for example, if you and Cole like just started dating, you bring him around like your nephew's birthday party, and you see he's just not a kid's person. Like he's awkward around them. They don't really like vibe with him. Is that something where you're like, I mean, I could deal with that, or like, man, I really need that in a husband.
It's not that I really like. I think it's different in that way. Like, I think maybe they could not be used to each other or stuff, but he's not like comfortable enough yet around that environment. But I definitely would want that in the future for him to get more comfortable. But like also a personal thing would be like, first time meeting, I want him to be like respectful, like shake my dad's hand, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or like give him a hug, like and like be like willing to have conversations and like not just make like the basic type, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Okay, so listen to those off. You said conversation.
That's
What?
great.
What do you mean? You mean like
where it's
be
not just,
able
like,
to convert?
Yeah, like have like be able to converse and not be like, how was your day? Like I want
So
it to
you
be
want
like
him to be able to have
conversations.
depth in his conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, you got to be able to have more than surface
Like
level
meaningful conversations, like
Meaningful
willing
conversation.
like to
If
like
I'm looking
learn
for a
more about
husband, he's
someone.
got to be able to have meaningful conversation. You also said shake my dad's hand and give my mom a hug. Does that have to do with more respect for you, or does that have to do more with openness and comfortability? Because when you say shake my dad's hand, I think respect. But then when you say give my mom a hug, I'm thinking, oh, he's just like, he's comfortable enough to give my mom a hug. Which one is it for you?
I think it's a little bit of both, just kind of depending.
Okay.
Because like, I mean, you could shake my mom's hand, but I feel like it's more like you would normally give her a hug in that like sense.
That's true.
So like, just kind of depends, I guess. But like whichever, again, he can be comfortable and not like, it can go both ways, I guess.
That's real. What about you?
In that aspect?
Yeah, like what are things for you where you're like, when I'm looking for a wife, these are things that are just super important to me. It may not be like spiritual roles, but these are things that I grew up with or that I just want in a wife.
How she is around people.
How she is around people.
For sure. I mean, I really look for, well, I don't really like search for this or look for it, but like, I really pay attention to if you're awkward around people or if it just flows naturally.
Which is so funny
Like,
because you're the biggest people person that I know.
For real.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
But yeah, I'm not asking you to be an extrovert. Like, I'm not asking you to be like a,
That's a good differentiation.
you know what I
That's
mean? Yeah, it's
important.
You
like,
just want to be a people person.
just a people person, yeah, like good with people. Or not even good, you know what I mean? Like being a people person may not be your strongest suit or a strong suit, but like, yeah, just don't be awkward. Know how to talk to people. Know how to conversate. You know how to converse, I guess I say it. But yeah.
Those are people skills, though.
Is it?
So you're just saying you don't need them to be an extrovert, but you do need them to have people skills.
People skills,
Like
yeah.
you can
yeah,
be
just,
shy.
Yeah,
you know what I
but
mean?
still
But
be
know
a-
how
But
to
you can
talk to
still-
people.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I look for. Yeah, I feel, of course, like the respect, being sweet, a genuine person, that comes with it. But something that I look for before I even really spend a lot of time with you, I look on the outskirts and I'm like, okay, how is she with people?
Because if you instantly see that she's not a people person, you don't even give it a second look.
It's like, yeah,
You're like, maybe you're not for me.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Like what I look for? Let me just go get my list. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, we got to talk about
People do have a list. Yeah, the list thing.
the icks, girls' icks.
Oh, the
icks,
icks, the red flags.
We get to red flags.
I gotta hear
That
these
could
red
go
flags.
forever, I feel like.
All right.
It could.
Yeah, exactly.
We're only gonna do
Yeah.
top three. We're only gonna do
no.
top three.
Go ahead, though.
Are we? Oh, am I still doing what I'm looking
Yeah,
for?
yeah.
Next? Okay. Oh my goodness, it's such a like loaded question, but it
Like
also
top
is so
one or
simple
two.
too.
Yeah.
Loyalty is so huge for me. Like
Got you.
I want no one to ever question that man is so in love with me. You know. That's so simple. I just feel like not much else has to be said about that. And again, people skills. I want someone that is just really good with people, and people just feel immediately comfortable with, and almost like a sense of safety. Like I would even want, because again, I think you can be loyal but still make other people feel really comfortable. Like I would love to hear someone say that like my husband's presence makes them feel safe, or I think just like a strong, healthy, masculine man that.
That's a spiritual gift too, by the way.
What is?
The comfortability safe. That's called hospitality. Gift of hospitality.
Yes, I think that's so important to just. I think that also comes with being able to just like trust and like let go with someone and not have to really think. But yeah, that. And again, kids, that was so huge. I just like completely, the second you said that, I was like, I couldn't agree more. I want, because I'm such like I love kids. I serve in kids. That's all I babysit all the time.
all
like,
of it.
I love it. And so like, I need someone who's so good with kids, and I can see being an incredible father figure one day. And the family aspect, for me, it's more like I want you to have a relationship with my family. Love my family.
Not just no one, but
my
like
yeah,
relationship.
like my mom's my best friend. My dad's been an incredible role model. I want
By the
their-
way, shout out to Dougie. Doug is dope.
Love that guy.
Yes.
Love Doug.
Yes. Yeah, I just want someone that's good with family. And I also think it's important that, I don't know, because someone could, you know, I don't know. I also want to love their family too.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, last, we gonna end it off with another funny. We gonna end it off with some red flags.
X.
What are the biggest red flags for you? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you mine.
Go ahead.
Oh, wow. Just ready with that.
Yeah, because
See, there's a difference between a red flag and an ick. I think like
Well,
a red
Yeah,
flag.
that's true.
You're
There's
right.
a difference.
Which one then?
I think icks are funnier.
I
but
like
we can do red
both
flags.
though.
Ick. Okay, ick.
Man, my ick.
Wait, I still.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I
Do you
wanted to
have
hear
No,
your
because mine's more of a
red
red flag. So
Just
let's do
still- I
it.
think
Yeah,
you
still
should
say it,
it.
even if you
Yeah,
cut
go
down.
red flag. It's all encompassing. I'm gonna say the word pride, but what I mean when I say pride is like you think you're the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For sure.
I
Really
don't
cocky.
want.
For sure.
Yes,
Wow.
I want you to know who you are.
Yes.
I don't want you to think that you're the stuff.
Like
Yeah.
you can be confident in yourself,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
not take it to the next
It's not
level.
crazy.
Not take it to
cocky,
the
yeah.
next
Yes.
level.
Yeah.
And but it also comes out in multiple different ways. The way that you speak to your waiter, that could be pride, and you think you're the hot stuff. But the way I remember when somebody told me I was prideful for the first time, they were like, "You could walk past a piece of paper on the ground and not pick it up because you don't think it's your responsibility."
telling that
Like
story.
that's pride. Like not feeling like you're just too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is massive for me. Also, because if they think you're too big for you, then I highly doubt that's gonna work.
Yeah.
'Cause that'll always come back out. Oh, well, I can find somebody else. Oh, well,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. If
For
they think they're
sure.
too big,
Yeah.
then they probably think they're too big for
No.
anybody.
Or
they're
like
having a
they
relationship
think
with.
like, oh, this doesn't work out. I got another girl on my roster.
I
can
got
just do
another.
this.
I can go.
I
get
got a
somebody
roster.
Else.
Yeah.
I
There's.
know. I
Yeah.
can't stand that.
I can't
Not
stand
somebody
that.
else on the roster.
Like
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
I
Do
hear
not-
so much.
I got 6
No,
of
but
them.
there's so much of that in our society
Really?
today.
Oh, for sure.
Like I
Goodness,
literally
like, for
just
sure.
listened to a podcast with guys. I shouldn't. I'm like outing myself for listening to it, but Camila Cabello just like did a podcast.
Oh,
we can
with the,
totally cut
what's
this
it
out.
called?
Call her Daddy Girl.
Call it. Yeah, call it daddy.
And they were talking. It's just like it's very. This is bad. It's like entertaining to listen to, but it is so wrong. Like it is just it normalizes so many things that shouldn't be normalized in
crazy.
today's society. And one of the things was like, so do you like having a roster? And Camila was talking about how she was on a date with someone. She's like, all I could think about was thinking about number one on my roster, and he's just not. And I'm just like, that's
crazy.
horrible.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I can't. And that's the thing when you just think like you are. It's just I don't.
Here's the
like
crazy
it
thing with
either.
social media, though. Until 10 years ago, we would have hid that.
Yeah, that's true.
You would
That's
never
so
have
true.
said, I have a roster.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now it's like, oh yeah, I got, I had 5
I
hit
got
me
a
up
few,
on
you know what I'm
Instagram.
saying? That's
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Yeah.
I got a whole roster.
That's
Yeah.
really true.
What?
That's horrible.
Like crazy.
That's
It's
actually true.
horrible.
Okay, well, ick.
Yeah.
Hey, when, I'm sorry. It's kind of, okay. But when somebody doesn't have rhythm, I'm not going to say if you don't know how to dance, but if you're like, when you don't
just
have,
awkward.
it's just awkward when you move, when you try to dance.
You said that like
is-
you meant it.
that's
He's
so
like, it's
crazy.
just
You
meant it.
awkward.
It's so cringy. Like,
Yeah,
I know what you mean though.
oh, that's crazy. Because I know I have rhythm. I can dance a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, I can, you know what I mean? I can stay on beat.
Can
I'm
you?
not asking you to be the best dancer. You don't have to know how to dance, but at least know how to two-step.
Do you
know,
think I have rhythm?
I think so.
Okay,
Do you not think you do? Do you not think you do?
I think I
like,
do,
do you
but I
have
just
me
wanted
an
you to
ick
be
right now?
honest. I just wanted you to be honest. All right,
funny.
bet, I got
I think
rhythm.
you do.
You feel
Yeah.
like you got rhythm? You
Yeah, I
have
would
to.
think
You
so.
cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have some sort of coordination.
Yeah, you
yeah.
sing. You gotta have some kind of.
Yeah.
You gotta have some.
I
Kind of,
also danced like my whole life.
really?
Can you dance, bro?
Yes, I did.
Like
dance
professional
my whole
dance?
life.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like hip hop, all the
Yeah.
things.
I
Yeah.
did too. My
What?
mom was a hip hop dance teacher.
Look at us.
I can see
Hey,
that.
we just broke
Yeah.
from
I
Look
can
at
see
us.
that. I
So
feel
we're
like I do
basically
that,
gonna
actually.
choreograph something
Yeah.
after
Does she
this.
still teach?
No.
Oh, okay. I tried to do a hip hop dance class one time when I was 17. I did it. Your boy was tired.
Really?
They're
Your boy,
intense.
it's hard.
Tired.
It's a good workout. It
I don't
was.
know how they move.
When you do it though, like let's just say you get like one
Oh.
count or one
If you
like.
get behind, like.
Oh
you're
yeah,
gone.
that too.
It's hard to catch up.
Like, yeah.
It's hard to catch up. But I mean, like, let's say you get like one part of the routine now. You feel like a boss.
Oh yeah.
Especially if
Yeah,
you've
for
never done it
sure.
before. You like, I just did that.
Yeah, you're like, I
funny.
just did that
Yeah.
right there.
That's
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. Okay, well, that's a good ick.
That was
He's
good.
just awkward. Have you ever seen
yeah.
somebody that just walks awkward, by the way?
Yeah.
Not like weird,
Like-
but like awkward.
I had this
Like, they don't know how
guy
to
in
control
my
their body.
class.
Right.
I had this guy in my school. He's not gonna watch this, but he used to walk without swinging his arms. I'm like, how do you do that?
Do that. Like, actually, how do you do that?
Look,
Walk.
but it was
That
like,
doesn't
it
feel right.
was
Like,
like
you
you
just
just,
by your side.
and then he would have a little bounce to it. Like he would be like, he would have a little bounce to it, like,
Oh,
like how do you walk like that?
Oh,
Like
no.
what? That's insane. Yeah, this walk's funny.
No.
Anyways, yeah.
It's so easy. Men who can't dress.
Oh, that's so
That's
real.
massive.
If
That's
you,
real.
I just think you can go up like another notch if you can dress like really well.
I will
love
say some
that.
people have their style, so I don't need you to dress like, I don't need you to dress Nashville. I don't need you to, I don't
Yeah.
even need you to be
Right.
up to
Yeah.
date on everything.
Yes.
Just do you
Be well dressed with what you have.
with what you
Yeah.
have.
Yes.
Okay, does that make sense? Okay.
Not
cool.
everybody
'Cause-
can pull off what Harry Styles can,
That's
or
true,
what
yeah.
Courtney can,
Right.
or what you can. But if you showing up, your shirt is wrinkled,
That's what I'm saying.
all you have is khakis, like, nah, that's tough for me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's tough.
Okay, that's a good one.
That is a good
That's a
one.
good one.
I don't know my ick, man.
I'm trying
Really?
to think. Like, I feel like I
Like
know so many, but like,
Oh,
I
girls,
don't know
know
what
girls
they
have
are,
like
like-
lists.
The awkward walk.
Also
sickening.
lazy.
Sickening.
Also,
Bounce
when
off,
men are
can
just
stand it.
lazy,
Lazy.
get out.
yeah.
Like if you just are like lazy.
Like a couch potato. Like, no.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
get
You
up.
know what's super interesting? We had the same conversation with our middle school girls.
Really?
They said the same thing.
Really?
Lazy.
I was
Middle school.
thoroughly
Middle school. I was, yeah.
surprised and happy about that.
I would have been,
Yeah.
I would've been
They
happy.
said,
yeah.
I can't stand it if he's just like playing video games all day
Yeah,
or
it's-
doesn't have a job or I'm like, first of all,
First of all, you're
You're
12.
middle
You're 12. Most
First
you
of
do
all-
is.
Oh, like
what
but
can you
yeah, I love it. Keep
That's
that
so
energy.
funny.
That's
Oh,
funny.
for real. Yeah.
Yeah. You still don't know yours?
You know.
she's like, cause what if
Yeah.
Cole has some of them? She's like, I
No.
gotta be careful.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, curly hair, just I don't like it.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
really
Like-
not cute.
This certain height, no. Like baseball boys, like no.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think I have more red flags than icks. I can't
Really?
just think of a random.
Do you
ick.
have a
Go ahead.
Do you have a red flag? You could do a red flag.
I
That
mean,
way we
I
get
feel
like
like
a
there's
mix.
just so many, but I can't think of them.
What's
red-
your like? This is a no-go red flag.
Now, yeah.
I mean, the roster was really real for me.
Oh, yeah,
Roster?
no.
Like that was
Yeah.
really real for me.
So like it
Yes.
goes, but
Or if
what's
he
cool
makes
is that
ex-
it goes back to your loyalty.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or if you
it
make
does.
excuses and you're like, oh my goodness, this is like the most middle schoolers like. But when you're like, first of all, when you're on Snapchat, just gross. But second of all,
I
if
didn't realize that was still a big thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you are like, oh, well,
That's lasting, man.
like you just still are just like talking to like you're Snapchatting girls, but you're not
Okay,
saying
yeah.
anything. It's just pictures.
I know the ick. I
It's
know
just
my
like
ick.
no, but that's also like a red flag. It's like why? What is the
Or, like,
depth to that?
If you're like you're in a new relationship, but you're still Snapchatting, or
Exactly.
like talking about you talked to in the past,
That's
like
crazy.
It's
that you,
toxic.
it's
That's
oh my gosh,
crazy.
that sets
What
me
is
off.
the depth to it?
Like
You're not
why do you
doing
still have
anything.
communication with them? Like
Yeah.
why is it not cut off by now?
Never mind.
We could talk about it.
That can go left quick.
Courtney.
That can go left quick. Oh, man. That's dope. I like that. Because, I've mentioned
good.
Dylan before, right? Dylan, my friend back at home.
Yeah.
Like my best friend, my brother.
Dylan.
Dylan, my boy Dylan.
Love
He is
Dylan.
the type, he simplifies it. And I like that. But he simplifies it like this. You can literally do whatever you want to. Because I trust you. You can ride in the car with a guy, I trust you. But until you give me a reason not to trust you, I'm done. So it's like they have boundaries, yeah, but it's like, do whatever you want. Go out, whenever, with whoever you want.
Interesting.
I trust
We've
you.
actually even
Yeah.
talked about this before. One of the most, and this is gonna hurt. One of the most un-Jesus-like things that you can do is actually say the phrase, "I don't care what people think,"
Oh, yeah.
especially today, because Jesus, and Paul wrote an entire section of a letter saying, "Hey, if you do anything that causes your brother or sister to stumble, like just don't do it. Like, be so far away from sin that there can't even be a question about your character, about your faith, about anything like that." And he even said, whatever you believe, conviction-wise, leave it between you and God. Like, we love to put our convictions on everybody else, like they got to believe what I believe. Paul's like, hey, if it's your conviction, leave it between you and God, because what if your conviction isn't somebody else's, and because you're okay with it, it causes them to stumble? My conviction is different. Paul said, shut up, though. Keep it to yourself and God. So that nobody else stumbles. Does that make sense? Like, like to say, I don't care what people think is crazy today, because even with these boundaries that we're talking about, it's like, well, as long as we're good and they know my heart and we trust each other, then it doesn't matter. I should be able to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, but yeah, if you want to stay pure and holy and like there's no question for either one of y'all, there's some things you just can't do because perception is some people's reality.
Perception and like restricting temptation. And
right. So if I'm driving down the street, I'll never forget when I was still in high school, my pastor, he told us a story about how he had just planted a church in his not hometown, but in a different town, still there. But within like the first 2 years, him and his sister, who were about the same age, were driving in the car together, and somebody that had just started going to their church saw them in the car together. And there was a whole rumor, because it's Alabama, it was a smaller town. There was a whole rumor that started going around that he was cheating on his wife. Little did they know it was his sister.
Wow.
Why? Because perception is reality. So like there are just certain things that you just gotta care about because people care about it.
Yeah.
You can't let it change who you are, but you have to understand that, okay, if I want to stay far away from X, I have to care about what people think. So boundaries are important. That's a wrap. All right. Wait, did you ever say your ick?
No, she didn't say her.
Well, I kind of like went along.
Nah, you got to give at least one ick before we leave.
I can't think of one.
One thing.
I mean, I would say like just messy and not put together is one. But like that's just like.
Does that have to do with like physically, like clothes wise, or just like?
Not necessarily. Like it can be. I don't know.
They just look a mess.
I mean, yes, but like if you don't have your life together, I mean, I don't know how to like really explain that.
Ick.
Just like values, morals, all like out of whack. Immaturity.
Yeah.
Immaturity, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So immaturity. Yeah, guys do that a
Is
lot.
that an ick or a red flag? Because a red flag to me is a deal breaker. An ick to me is like something that's gross.
It's a red flag for you. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this one. We are so glad that you hopped in with us. We're gonna keep doing them.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who we got next time. I think we have
I like it more with.
Yeah, it's
I like
fun.
it both, but like.
Yeah, I actually want to do we're going to, so I'm kind of giving a spoiler. I have a plan to get an all girls one in here, where it's all girls.
That's fun.
I don't even think I want to be here for this one. I think I want to let somebody else do it. But yeah, all girls one and then an all guys one. I already know the guys I want to get in here. I want to get Cole back actually.
Yeah.
I think I know one. Gotta have.
Who?
Manny.
Yeah, Manny's one of them. Manny's one of them.
I love it.
But yeah, so that's it for this one. Love God.
Love people.
Enjoy life. We'll see you later.